my channel, Watch My Reviews. Today I'm going to review an episode 6 in the What If series, which is called What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. So the story for this one is, obviously, it takes place in the beginning of Iron Man, where Tony Stark is in a convoy that gets attacked, but instead of the bomb fatally wounding him, Killmonger comes along and throws the bomb away and kills the rest of the enemies to rescue Tony Stark. So we get in then to a Killmonger pretty much making his way up the ladder with Tony Stark by first of all being his head security, then becoming his CEO when he rats out Obadiah Stane for trying to get the hit on Tony Stark. So it kind of is the same story as his character development in Black Panther, where he's trying to get back to Wakanda, get up in the ranks, get back up into the ranks so he can help all his brethren around the world. But in this one, it takes a little bit of a detour where he's with Tony Stark. He has an idea for a Liberator robot, which will take away the soldier out of the firing line in wars. But it's all just one ploy onto another to get where he is and all that. So I'll carry on with the story, but I will say this will be a spoiler review, because to mention the story I'll have to kind of spoil a bit of it. So after he talks to Tony about the Liberator suit, which is his thesis, they find out they need a power source. So Tony does do a little joke about the arc reactor making him miniature, but he throws that away straight away. Laugh and throws it away. But Killmonger tells him vibranium should do the trick. So he has a little bit with that ring his father gave him from the Black Panther movie. But they need more, so they have to go and see Julius Claw. That character from the Black Panther movies and the Age of Ultron one. So instead of Tony Stark trying to go into the black market and all that, he gets Rhodey to do it, because he's his liaison to the army and all that. So he's there looking to purchase some of Julius Claws on behalf of Tony. Then Black Panther comes along, takes out all the henchmen, has a little chat with Rhodey, but then Killmonger comes along and kills both Black Panther and Rhodey. So he's in cahoots now with Julius Claw, which was part of the plan. So they have the vibranium. He comes back, kills Tony Stark, because Tony Stark finds out, because of Jarvis and all that, that Killmonger killed them people and turned Wakanda and USA together, because both Wakanda thinks USA killed Black Panther, who was T'Challa, and Wakanda thinks, and USA thinks Wakanda, as in Black Panther, killed Rhodey and that. So yeah, the army then takes over Stark Industries, builds the Liberator armor, robots and all that for Killmonger. So Killmonger takes them, meets with Julius Claw, they go to Wakanda. So it's pretty much the same motivation at this point. Then he kills Julius Claw to get in with the Wakandans. So he tells them, look, I've killed this guy who's killed your people, taken your vibranium. And he reveals himself to be a child of Wakanda by bringing down his lip, and he has that tattoo on his lip. So he talks to T'Chaka, is it the king of Wakanda, and then you find out he is his nephew, his brother's son. So he welcomes him into the family, or Wakanda. Unfortunately, Shuri and the Queen does not trust him totally. But he tells them all about the army, of the robot army. You know, he didn't say he brought them, but the US Army's bringing. So he says the only way to stop them is to let down the shield, let them in, and then put the shields back up so they'll disconnect from Jarvis, who is controlling them. So they do that, but he has a backup button which puts them all back up. So at this point then, it's more of him getting the trust of the Wakandans by going into battle with defeating the robots that he brought in and all that, saving Okoye while the Queen watches, so she becomes trustworthy of him because he just dives straight into battle shouting Wakanda forever and all that. So by the end of all that, they have the King T'Chaka makes Killmonger the new Black Panther. So at the end of the episode then, it's General Ross saying bring all the Jericho missiles to Wakanda and all that so they can wipe them off the face of the earth and all that. But when Pepper Potts doesn't like it, when she goes into her office, Shuri's there and explains to her that before, even though Tony Stark's dead, he was a vet, he's a genius, but he's not. He had plans and all that. He had all evidence that Killmonger did all this. So the end of the episode is them to try and stop Killmonger at the end of the day, and to stop this war between USA and Wakanda. So another excellent episode. Only a couple of negatives for this one for me, but it's a bit of a negative and a bit of a negative and a positive, because most of the voice actors for this come back. So Jeffrey Wright obviously comes back as the Watcher. Michael B. Jordan comes back as Killmonger. Jon Favreau, Happy Hogan. Chadwick Boseman comes back for T'Challa and Black Panther. Angela Bassett for Queen Ramonda. Danny Gurira comes back as Okoye. Andy Serkis comes back as Julius Klaue. Don Cheadle comes back as Rhodey. Paul Bettany as Jarvis. Leslie Bibb as Christine Everhart, because they have a bit of. She comes back as the reporter from the first two Iron Man movies. She does, because she's the one in this episode who asks why Killmonger was there when he was 400 clicks away from his unit. That's when he reveals the Obadiah slain back double cross and all that. John Caney comes back as King T'Chaka. The only ones that don't come back is Robert Downey Jr. for Captain Iron Man and Tony Stark. Gwyneth Paltrow for Pepper Potts. William Hurt as General Ross. Jeff Bridges for Obadiah Stane. And Letitia Wright as Shuri doesn't come back to voice this one as well. I know a couple of them. I think money for most of them maybe, but I think Jeff Bridges has been pretty ill. He has. I think he's just gone into remission now. I think he said he had cancer and he's just gone into remission, so he probably didn't do it for that. The Shuri character actress has come out anti-vax or something, she has, so I don't know whether that has something to do with it. I think the others are pretty much money. But most of the voice acting, especially Michael B. Jordan, I think he elevates his... As much as Killmonger was a great villain and character in Black Panther, I honestly think he elevates it a bit more in this episode. I know his character jumps up a level, in my opinion. Yeah, the rest of the voice acting is pretty good. The only negatives I have is a couple of the ones who don't play Pepper Potts. Like I said, Pepper Potts, Tony Stark, and all that. General Ross guy, who was voiced by, if I got it by year, Mike McGill. I think he did an outstanding job. He sounded exactly like General William Hurt's one version. Iron Man, who was done by Mick Wingert, he was on and off for me. Sounded like him a bit in the beginning, then not so much later on and all that, so it took me out of it a little bit. Same as the Gwyneth Paltrow one by Pepper Potts, yeah, Beth Hoyt. She does a good job, but like I said, doesn't sound exactly like Gwyneth Paltrow, which you're not going to get perfect all the time. But they kind of took me out of it a little bit. But the rest all done a really good. Even the actress Ozioma Akaga, if I butchered that, apologies, who done Shuri, done a perfect version of her, I think. But yeah, voice acting overall was good, apart from a couple of things. Some beautiful visuals in this episode. So they have a scene when Killmonger gets talking to T'Chaka when he gets to Wakanda. They talk about T'Chaka talks about him being on top of the mountain with his father, with his brother, and Killmonger's father, watching the sunset. So they have a little moment like that in this episode, which the visuals was absolutely beautiful. It was a couple of great battle scenes at the end and all that. Some very nice visuals in this episode and all. I have been very impressed with the animation in this series and all that, and I think some of the episodes, at least the last few, have been absolutely amazing. What else can I say about this? I like the story. I know I've said a few times in my thing that the running time can sometimes be a bit low. I think it worked perfectly for this one. I don't think it needed to be any much longer. I think they got to where they got to, and they didn't need to explain anything and all that. So I think that's a good thing for this episode and all that. But yeah, I love the story for it as well. And yeah, Killmonger's pretty much one of the best Marvel villains and all that. Some people hold him at the top. I don't hold him at the top, but he's in my top 3 definitely. He is, and he was, like I said, brilliant in Black Panther, but I think elevated in this episode. And that's about it, really. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you thought of the episode down below, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos, I guess. I will see you next time.